Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of Women of Arabia. Women of Arabia is a platform where we bring for you the best women entrepreneurs and of course women from other walks of life who with their sheer determination, their passion and their hard work, they've carved a niche and they've created a dream of their own. And today, in conversation with us is Noora Al Awadi. She is the founder of MENT. Hi Noora, welcome to Women of Arabia.
Thank you.
So Noora, it's so great to have you here. So what exactly is MENT all about?
Well, MENT mainly concentrates on people with determination and people with mental health issues.
Okay.
Or people who want to improve their well-being.
Okay, and when you say well-being, it's just people with mental issues?
No, it's for everyone's
Right.
well-being.
So it's all about, because you were telling me it's all about mental empowerment and awareness, things of that sort, right?
Yeah.
And you're based out of Dubai?
Yeah, we're based in Dubai.
Okay, and do you have an office in?
Not yet. We don't have an office yet, but we're on the way.
Okay, fine. So what prompted you to start something of this sort, like MENT? How long has it been operational and functional?
It's actually been like less than a year.
Okay.
Yes, and our very launch started at Jitex Future Stars. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Last year's Jitex Future Stars.
Yeah. This year. 2018. Yeah.
2018. Oh, the launch itself.
Yeah.
Okay,
The launch.
fine.
Yeah.
All right. So when you say launch, is it the launch of an app? Or?
It's actually, this is the thing, we have for the first year, 2019, we're going to be, selling merchandises, and then in 2020, we're actually in process of, developing two applications.
Okay.
One is for people with determination, and the second is for preventing mental breakdowns.
So what are these applications used for, and who can use these apps, and what exactly, if you just give me a bit more?
Yeah, definitely. I'll start with the mental health, mental breakdown prevention.
Okay.
So basically, it's an application that anyone who knows someone with mental issues or nervous breakdowns can use it, or the person himself can use it. So basically, for an example is if someone's having a panic attack, so the person, to prevent this, and he knows that, or she knows that this is
having
gonna
an attack.
happen. Yeah.
Okay.
So they open the site and it shows them, it has videos and audios to, relax them.
Okay.
And the second part is if they're already in a panic attack, the person next to him or her can open the app and see what they can do to make the situation better.
Okay. And also, is it going to be connected to hospitals, clinics, or support groups, or anything like that?
For now, no. We're starting small with the only content, and then we're gonna expand it in the future.
Oh, that's amazing. And what about the other app for?
The other application, for now, we're keeping it secret.
Secret. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It will be very, very useful. Let me tell you this.
So, just to go back. You are an Emirati, right?
Yes.
You're born here, raised here from Dubai.
Yeah.
You did your schooling here.
Yes.
Yes, and studied. And your day job, if I can say it, your actual job has got nothing to do with this. You work with Ernst & Young, if I can say that. You work with them, and you're a forensic consultant?
Forensic technology.
Technologist.
Yeah.
So what exactly is a forensic? What do you do?
Basically, what we do is that we extract information. It's actually a huge, broad spectrum, but I do a specific thing, which is extract information from devices, and then we look for data through there.
Ah, okay. So this is used in what other kind of technologies or fields that it is used in? Is it just for in the financial field, or what exactly is it?
It could be actually used for anything, but we mostly do it for financial.
Okay, fine. Because when you say forensic, immediately my head goes into police and crying and things like that sort. And she tells me it's got nothing to do with any of this.
No, it does have, crimes. Sometimes we look for, it depends on what our clients are looking for.
Okay.
So if they're investigating something, we don't go deep inside because we're not the police.
Okay.
But we help them look for evidences or facts.
Facts. Okay. Yeah. And so it's basically because you did your information systems, right? You are an IT person, basically. So that's how you got into this field.
Yes.
All right. But what made you go into Ment, and what was that moment in your life that you decided you want to do something, give back to the society through in creating mental awareness, basically?
Well, for the longest time, I've always believed that I don't want to do or go to a company that doesn't have a good message, that is not affecting the world in a positive way.
Okay.
So that was my main mission, and MEND is just like giving back the least I can give back to this country and to the people.
To the people here. And have you had anyone close to you or people around you who've gone through? Because mental health is something that nobody talks about, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And people are so busy. Like we always say that, and we read that also. You fall sick, you go to the doctor. You fall down, you go to the doctor. You have an accident, you go to the doctor. But if you are mentally not feeling good, unfortunately, nobody goes to the doctor because they don't talk about it.
Yeah.
So have you had experiences where you've had people who around you made you?
Yeah, I've seen instances, but I'm so lucky from my side because I see the people go through so much, especially my family, and they always get through.
Okay.
And they always try to be better. This is why
you feel about going ahead and okay. And what about in terms of, general statistics that's there, now that you've started it for almost a year, you said? What has been the response after you started something? So right now, what do you do with Ment?
It's right now we're actually developing happiness boxes.
Okay.
So these happiness boxes we didn't sell them yet, but our first purchase, we got our customers, and it's going to be for human trafficking victims.
Wow. Okay.
Because there's a team I'm mentoring, and this is a social work event initiative, and they wanted to do something for human trafficking. So I told them you can use my product for a very discounted price.
Okay. So what is in the box, happiness box?
It's basic things that makes you happy. So of course, motivational things, and because there are a lot of components, so I won't tell you now. You should go buy it and check it out.
Sure. But when you say human trafficking victims, are you going to focus the ones in the region?
In UAE.
In UAE. And how did you get involved in those? Because it's interesting to know that aspect.
Yeah, it's actually the team I'm mentoring, they found and they wanted to do something, so I wanted to help them in whatever way I could.
And what do you mean by mentoring? What mentoring do you do?
There's actually another initiative called E7 Banat.
Okay. E7?
E7 Banat. Yeah.
Which Emirates 7.
Emirates 7.
Ah, so the ladies of Binat means what, children or women?
Banat, ladies.
Girls. Yeah, girls. Okay, E7 Binat. Okay.
Yeah, so it's their own company. I used to be a student, and then the next year I became a mentor for the students. Yeah.
So tell me more about that if you can.
E7
Binat. Okay, sounds interesting. And they're based out of Dubai.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, E7 Banat is they started it to get students, ladies from ages from 18 to 25, as I remember, to come in and make groups to do social work in environmental or whatever category.
And is it only for the women, the proper Emirati women?
No, but it's majority are Emirati, but it's for everyone.
Okay, because there are so many social courses like this, but no one really knows about it.
Yes, yeah.
And that's so unfortunate because I personally, as a mother, My daughter, who's now a teenager, she's been asking me, "Mom, is there anywhere I can go and socially volunteer like this?" I don't see or hear of such things at all, which is unfortunate. So what else does E7 Binaf do? Do they have a website?
They do. They do.
Okay.
It's poag.ae. As I remember.
Okay, we'll find and put the thing. Okay, so you were a student there, or student doing sport. What do you learn?
Not a student. Basically, it's a 1-year program where we do and we get in groups and do events.
Okay.
Like it impacts minimum 20 people. So their goal is to get us to experience real life working.
Wow. Okay.
So that's why it's only 20 people.
20.
So later on we can continue the project or just stop.
Okay, and then now you continue to just volunteer as a teacher or mentor.
Yeah.
And then as a mentor, do you get to choose your group of...
Oh
no. You don't.
No, but honestly I got lucky because...
Got the best group.
In my opinion, yeah, I got the best group.
Okay, you don't get to choose your group, but do you at least get to choose the social cause? Like whether it's for environment or for people, do you at least get to choose that?
We do pick our causes, but they basically align us based on interest and experience.
And it's run by Marathis?
No, it's run by different nationalities.
Okay, that's interesting. And you've been doing a lot of social work, a lot of volunteering all your life, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So from what is the earliest age that you started doing social, and what motivated you? Who motivated you to, get going for the social cause?
I mean, volunteering, it came later. But honestly, my parents have always, they've been the core of this, because I remember even in summer breaks, my mom would forcefully put us in camps, art camps, or anything learning and so on. Yeah. And at the time, I didn't like it, but now
you are grateful.
I'm grateful she did that. Yeah.
What was that turning point in your life where you decided, I want to start something, give back to the society, and I want to choose this from, because you could have chosen anything.
Actually, I have a lot of interest. I haven't only worked on the mental health side, I've worked on environmental initiatives too.
Okay.
I'm leading the environmental team in EY.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, I have a lot of interest. I mean, there wasn't really a turning point for me. It's just been there from a very young age. I just knew I was not going to be
just the usual corporate office life. That's not for you.
No, I knew I was going to do something. I just knew it.
And how did you start? Like you had this idea. Did you talk to your friends? Did you talk to your mentors?
Yeah.
Who helped you in your journey to start something of your own? Whom did you talk to? How did you start?
Honestly, when you're saying who, so many people.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice that they did not put you down.
No, I don't think anyone has.
That's amazing.
But I mean, in Dubai, I don't. I know women do face a lot of trouble, but I don't think I've ever faced it because of my gender.
You didn't.
I don't think so. Yeah.
That's very interesting. In UAE, I personally, I've never found a gender-biased difference. It's never really happened. It's equally easy for a woman to start something here, right? And the government is very supportive.
Sometimes even easier.
Exactly. I say this all the time. Sometimes it's even easier for a woman to start here. And the government is very supportive. Not just for Emiratis, to everyone, all the residents, super supportive. And but still, when you start, you will have those blocks, some small blocks. How did you overcome all that?
Blocks. I feel like till now, alhamdulillah, because I've experienced a lot before, but till now I didn't get blocks with men.
Okay.
Men specifically.
What did you experience before? Let's hear it.
So much.
But what are the normal ones that you've experienced? The blocks.
So, regarding the environmental initiative, people were not supportive as much as I hoped they would be. Like, people would complain a lot, but you get through it.
You do.
Okay, you force it onto them. No, you do.
You don't force it.
No, but you encourage them and so on. Like, because I've honestly, from a very young age, I have this entrepreneurial spirit.
Okay.
So I've already failed so many times. So I've learned a lot through that.
That's amazing. You're so young, and to see that I've failed so many times. When someone watches this, they'll be like, "Are you sure this girl knows what she's talking about? How can she?" But that's nice. Have your father or your mother, anyone in your family, been in business? Is it, or where did you get this entrepreneurial spirit from?
Honestly, from my dad.
Yeah. So he's into business. Or,
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice. What does he do? And he's always been supportive of everything.
He works as CEO of Dubai Export.
Okay. That's where he kept pushing you and encouraging you, I guess.
Yeah. Even yesterday he was talking about Shark Tank.
Ah.
Do you know the show?
Of course.
I always watch
I love that show. I love that show. And so the other aspect of MENT you mentioned was for people with disabilities, mental disabilities.
Yeah.
Mental
and physical.
Oh, is it?
Any kind of disability.
Okay. And what do you see as your vision with MENT? Where do you see it going? Or how do you want to grow it?
I actually have a vision for it. I wasn't going to share it, but I'm going to share it just for you.
Thank you.
So in 5 years, we're hoping to have an innovation center, and 60% of our employees will be people with determination or people reviving from mental health issues.
Okay, so an innovation center for anybody? Or?
For anybody, but it would have a specific niche or category to it.
Oh, that's interesting. And are you slowly building your team? Or yeah?
Yeah, I have a solid. They're honestly my wolf pack.
So how many people in the team, and what do you do on a regular basis?
Right now we're 5 people. Three of us are management, and we're looking and discussing to add more to management.
Okay.
I'd like to give them a shout out to Aparna and Mira, and also Selma and Aisha.
Awesome. So you 5, what all do you do on a daily basis? Do you go out to create awareness amongst public?
Yes.
You said you do live shows, you do events, or what all do you do?
Oh, this is future. Future plans. We're planning to do workshops.
Ah, okay.
Making of a hero.
Oh, making of a hero.
Making of a hero.
Okay, interesting. Nice. So it is nice. So it is to who are your target people probably for the?
For the beginning, we're looking to go to university students.
Okay.
And then expand it to children and the wider audiences.
Okay. So in general, for all these people or youngsters especially who are going through, let's say, mental breakdowns or anxiety, depression, what would be your piece of advice as someone who's been working in this field for a while? How would you advise them what to do?
I mean, anyone going through depression, you should know that it's okay. Everyone goes through it, and you will be okay, and you will get through it. And just make sure you find that safe place, and trust me, people get you through things. So you have to find people you can trust. And honestly, I also once went through depression, and the people around me, they're the ones who took me out of it, even though they didn't even know I was going through it.
Oh, and that's how it is, right? Because in the outside, it looks like everything is okay.
Yeah.
But what we are going through, because I'm sure everyone has, even I have at some point, many times I think, that I've also gone through depression, and sometimes you don't know whom to talk to.
Yeah.
And that's where you said to have a support group.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I think your organization would probably help a lot in that MENT itself, right? Because sometimes people don't have that friend to talk to,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And what do they do then? Go to people like you? Or are there lots of support systems?
There are actually some
Okay.
other initiatives here and there. I've heard of them.
Okay.
And there are places like the Lighthouse, and they're like a center for
Mental awareness. And
yeah. So we're basically just offering solutions. We're not really giving fixing anyone,
Right.
or we're not professionals at that. We're just offering some, things to make you happier.
Right. And do you see as government initiatives, do you see it slowly, the UAE government, because UAE government is one of the best in the world because they see what is happening in the world, the changes, and they adapt a lot.
Yeah.
And do you see that movement happening from the government perspective?
110%.
Really?
Because actually a director from the Ministry of Health came up to us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they wanted two people from Ministry of Health came up to us, and we're the ones who didn't go up to them yet, but we're looking to expand ourselves and get revenue, because now we still have a lot of costs. After we get some revenue, we're going to be contacting them and seeing how we can.
And they have approached you for what? What was the idea behind them to create awareness?
They wanted to know more about the initiative. They wanted to help or collaborate and so on.
See, that's amazing in general that's happening. And other initiatives like, now let's talk about you as a woman entrepreneur. How supportive you think is the government in terms of providing you with all the support, or women with the support? Like you said, I too personally feel that it's easier for women to start off late here in this region. How supportive is the government for you to start businesses?
Honestly, it was so easy. For me, it was so easy in a way that I was so surprised. Like at a younger age, I was like licensing and so on. It's so hard. Yeah. But they make it so easy, and it's sometimes it takes a while for acceptance and so on. But alhamdulillah, in this country, I feel like it is even improving. Yeah,
it is improving for sure.
Yeah.
And do you see yourself, because it's an app, it will be easier to expand globally also.
Yeah.
And the kind of materials that you're trying to produce, is it just Arabic language or both?
It's gonna begin with English, because some of my co-workers also are, not Arab, so I want it to be for everyone.
Okay. And then do you see it expanding world over?
Definitely, yeah. We're also thinking of making it in Hindi.
Yeah. Thank you. So you see it expanding into the future and everything.
Definitely.
And in terms of creating, let's say, opportunities for people with mental disabilities or physical disabilities or anything of that sort.
Yeah.
Do you feel that it's more focused on the youngsters, like the kids, and not on anyone above 18? Do you see that happening on a general scale? Like you have special needs schools for kids, but you don't see anything after.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is where we come in. This is why everyone asks me, why didn't you make it an NGO?
Yeah.
I don't want to make it an NGO. This is a company. They're going to be working for a private company.
Amazing.
As employee, because I have seen people with determination working, but the thing is, what they do is that very simple jobs, even though they're capable of so much.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then they don't get that opportunity.
They don't get the opportunity, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Sometimes they do, but rarely.
And do you say that it is that they should be, for example, put in, like many times I've heard people say that kids with disabilities, put them in a normal school with normal children. Sometimes it might be hard, but most of the times it will help them not to feel that they're different. In the same way, do you suggest that even for people who are working with disabilities, they should be in a normal work atmosphere and try and give them more work exposure, because sometimes they can be even better than many others who are there right now.
Yeah.
Do you feel that is better, or they should have their own little shell and little companies where they are focusing on just them? What do you think?
No, definitely. I think they should be mixed,
Mixed.
and just because they're mixed doesn't mean they get the same learning.
Yes.
So they can have people who support them, or teachers. I firmly believe that any teacher, should know how to deal with children mentally.
Okay, or otherwise. But yes, once you become a teacher, you have to know whether it is a special needs child or otherwise. They should be treated in the same way. Their learning is going to be different for sure, but they will get the same opportunities, right?
Exactly.
In Dubai, do you have any other, like you said, E7 Binaat?
Yeah.
Do you know if there are many other organizations?
On mental health?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. In Dubai?
In Dubai, I think it's in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, or just Dubai.
Oh, really?
It's called, forgive me if I forgot the name, With Hope.
With Hope.
Oh, okay. It's mostly Emiratis.
Really? And what do you think about all this alternative healing or therapy or going to, let's say, psychiatrist and things like that? Do you think these are steps that one should take if they go through? When do you think they should take it? Like when they feel that attack, or when they feel down? Because for everything you can't go to these people.
Yeah, you can't.
So when do you think is that point where they feel like, okay, enough is enough, I have to go seek help? When is it?
They have to, anyways, I think anyone who feels that they have anxiety problems and so on should go and get checked out. Doesn't mean that you have to, get medication or get a treatment or so on. You should just, check what's going on, if you're fine, if it's normal, if it's affecting your health and so on.
Yeah. Okay. And do you help medications and all? Do you think medications and all helps, or is it just in your mind?
Honestly, a lot of people are with medication, but I don't even take my personal medication. but for me, it's mostly in the mind.
In the mind.
But there are some instances where people can't control it, even in the mind, like OCD or so.
Yeah.
So I'm not with medication. I feel like you can always do it on your own, but maybe sometimes it is necessary.
When it gets to that extreme.
Yeah, to the extremes.
Yeah. And there are lots of healing that's happening, like lots of healers. It can be like pranic healing, for example. There are people who do a lot of theta healing, like things you do with the mind. Do you think they would be more effective than maybe even a normal doctor? Do you think so? Like, you go to normal doctors for instant results. Sometimes in this case, instant results are not possible.
Yeah.
So do you think that should be something that people should slowly look into, or just you don't have?
100%. Everyone should have their meditation ways. Some people, sometimes we pray.
Yeah.
Sometimes dua, sometimes meditation also,
Yes.
even breathing exercises.
Yes.
Is like exercising.
Yes.
Exercising saved my life.
Really?
It makes me stable. It keeps me
I
stable.
wish I can say that.
Yeah.
Yes, because it moves your body. It gives you that vigorous thought process, right? Because you change your mind. Yeah, mental health can be changed a lot by exercises. Just normal breathing.
Breathing affects a lot. You don't, with anxiety especially. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, that does.
It does calm you down, because usually you're in a state where your heart is beating fast and your breath is also fast.
Yeah, right.
So by breathing
Control.
deeply, you're controlling yourself, so your heart goes back to normal.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you so much for being part of our show. But before we wind this up, I would just like to ask you, in general, if someone is going through anxiety, is there any way in which, or what are the last minute tips that you would give in terms of like let's say 3 things to do when someone is having a panic attack or someone thinks that they're going to depression. Your last 3 tips for anybody. Yeah.
So just to be clear, I'm not a doctor.
No, she's not.
No, I'm not a doctor. So, but from personal and from the stories I've heard, I feel like if you have a support system, that's huge.
Okay.
And just learning, like self-discipline is very important in whatever you do. If you can't discipline yourself, if you can't control yourself, then you can't control what's around you.
Okay, all right. So have a support system, self-discipline, and maybe when
Self-discipline.
you reach somewhere and then finally seek help. Yeah. When you do everything and yet you feel that nothing is working, go ahead and seek help. Right?
Yeah.
Then it's time.
And the third thing is like, just be okay with it. Everyone goes through something.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Just accept.
It's alright. It happens and you can get through it. It doesn't mean this is who you are or this is what you become.
Right.
You choose what you become.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Noora. It was a pleasure having you here with Women of Arabia. And I hope, because it's an amazing, amazing initiative you've taken up, meant. And looking forward to the 2 apps.
Yeah.
One which is supposed to be a surprise. Looking forward to the 2 apps, and I really, I'm already, because there are so many people who's going through, and this is a big evil in the society that is happening right now, which has to be tackled. And I'm so glad that I met you, who's trying to do their small little way of tackling this major issue. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you with us. Good luck for everything.